Hello and welcome to another episode of the Weekly Waypoint. Today's video is slightly different because it's recorded from my phone, or at least the video game footage is. Obviously I'm still doing the actual audio commentary from my PC because I can stop it and start it, and honestly, who would want to edit a video on a mobile phone if they had any other option? This isn't the future of a series. I'm aware that some people would have had an immediate adverse reaction to this, so I want to throw that out there. This is just a quick little experiment I'm doing this week, because I mean, I didn't know that you could do that from phones these days. Just fucking record the screen. Like, there's just an option that's built into the phone now. It's not an extra thing that you have to download and faff around with, and it doesn't really properly work. It's a thing, although I say you don't, it's not much faffing around. Turns out the first time I tried to do this, I recorded it without any audio and also in the wrong orientation, and also it was difficult to figure out how to get it from my phone to my PC because they don't want people digging through the files of your phone. You're supposed to do it through like the Photos app, and then the Photos app for some reason saves it to your fucking pictures even though it's a video, and it was a whole thing, guys. It was a whole thing, and it took up like an extra hour of my day that I did not want it to. So there you go, I laboured long and hard to bring you this week's Weekly Waypoint. The reason I'm doing this is to just kind of showcase the fact that, hey, I got a brand new phone because my last one died quite spectacularly. I won't go into it because I've talked about it in various places such as Twitter and Facebook, and I'm sure most people who watch these videos are already aware, but the quick rundown is I had a Google Pixel 2, it worked perfectly for about 3.5 years, and then about 5 things went wrong with it all at the same time, and I had to get a new one through my upgrade option, and now I'm paying like more for this one, but it's fine, because I actually really love this phone. It's the Pixel 4a, and it's pretty darn good. And you might be going, Christian, Pixel 2 is like a flagship phone and the 4a is like the budget version of a flagship phone. Why are you paying more for it? And that, my friend, is because I was on a SIM-only contract for a few years on my Pixel 2. But that's really boring to talk about, so let's not talk about it anymore. Then we have to. It's an upgrade in every way for me, even though it's the budget version. It's like 2 generations ahead, so it's still like a massive upgrade for me. So yeah. This is Jetpack Joyride. It's one of my favourite mobile games, and it's probably, like, anyone who plays mobile games all the time is probably watching this going, fucking Jetpack Joyride? Why are you playing this game? It's old as shit. Nobody plays this game anymore, Christian. And it's because I haven't played a mobile game in years. I never bothered, even though I had a pretty damn good phone for a while there. I never bothered, but I'm kind of dipping my toe back in. I'm having a look around. I did the 3 months free trial of the Google Play Pass just to see what it's like, and I'm not impressed. There's a lot of trash, a lot of junk games on there, like using like Unity assets and things, and gonna go out on a limb and say not gonna renew that one. But my old favourite games still exist on the App Store, so I've downloaded and I'm playing those, and I'm taking suggestions for any other games that you would like to see me play. Maybe not like on a Weekly Waypoint, although again, I'm happy to try it again in future if I want to, or if people like it. But like just to play, like any ideas, because you know, I'm like, hey, mobile gaming, sure, it was like my life for a couple of years back in like the early 2010s, so maybe there's something in that after all. The thing I hate most about mobile gaming is the constant monetization of games with the low price / free entry point and then the microtransactions everywhere. Even Jetpack Joyride isn't safe. It used to be a lot better than it is, but now, like, as you see when I die, it's like, oh hey, you want to watch an advertisement to get a free, like, you get to carry on going, or hey, do you want to like buy a pack which gives you coins and stuff? I mean, they always had that, but like now it's like, oh, and we've got like cosmetics with them, and then you get like a bundle of like extra lives and stuff, and it's just, you know, a little bit pay to win. So not hugely happy with that, but the gameplay's still there, so I just ignore that stuff, and it gives me, like, I tested it out in this recording. It gives me, when I log in, like a daily pack of 5 free extra lives or whatever, so you know, it's like first one's free kind of thing. But I tried using them and it just feels cheap, you know, like I just kind of want it. When I die, and if I win an extra life in the slot machine thing at the end of the fucking run, then that's fine, because that's like a random chance. But I don't like just being given like 5 extra lives on login. Like, you can see them there, and yeah, I don't know. Besides my phone woes, then what have I been playing this week? Well, this week, the Bethesda games came to Game Pass, or at least most of them, with some random gaps in the middle of series, which is interesting. And I haven't taken much time to play with him yet, but I have downloaded Morrowind, and I think I had yeah, I had Morrowind too. I had Wolfenstein on the download list too, so that's probably long since downloaded to my console. But yeah, I've been playing through Morrowind a little bit. I'm only like an hour or two in, but I was surprised because I have played it on PC. I promise one of these days I will play a game on Game Pass that I don't already own somewhere else. But I just wanted to see how it plays on console, because it doesn't run very well on PC because it's an old game, and old PC games are like that. And it runs perfectly on Xbox, and like the control scheme, it feels less convoluted, and like there's less of a learning curve just to get to playing the actual game. And I feel like I could actually spend some time in this game, and I think I'm going to keep playing. I might have to look up the occasional guide, because so far I've walked to Balmora, and they're like, oh hey, ask at the inn to see where this guy is. And I'm like, okay, sure. And I ask around, and everyone's like, fuck off. We don't like Outlanders, fuck off. I'm like, but I'm a dark elf, and they're like, fuck off. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, they don't say fuck off, obviously, but they say it in as many dark elven words. And I don't really know how to proceed. I'm guessing I've got to do like some side quests in Balmora to get them to trust me, and then they'll talk to me about how to continue down the main quest. So that's probably what I've got to do. But I don't know how to find someone who's going to give me a side quest in Balmora, because they all hate me, which is funny. And yeah, I think the reason I might also be slightly more attracted to playing Morrowind is because in a very in a very inverted, I guess, kind of a way, I love Vardenfell in Elder Scrolls Online. Like the expansion Morrowind they did, where it lets you go to Vardenfell, and they recreated all of Elder Scrolls 3's mainland in ESO. It's super interesting to go back to the original Morrowind as someone who never played through it, and see what those locations were like in the original game, and see what that world is like in the original game. And it's hilarious because that's the selling point of ESO's Morrowind DLC for everyone else, so who has played Elder Scrolls 3. So yeah, I'm having a fun little inverted version of that right now. But it's a good time. I really like it. I think I just love how unique it is as far as like fantasy like settings go. It's one of the most unique settings I've ever seen in games, in fiction, anywhere. It's just so different. Like, you have these like really alien looking landscapes with the giant mushrooms, and the dark elves who you know, maybe have some eastern kind of like cultural inspirations, but for the most part they're pretty unique as a people too. And like their religion is super weird, and like how they have these living gods as like rulers, and like just the animals that inhabit Morrowind, like the Kwama and Kwama egg mining, like everything is just oozing with like completely unique ideas, or at least stuff that I've never seen anywhere before. So I'm excited to be able to spend more time there, because I did every single quest in ESO's Morrowind DLC. I haven't done that for many places in ESO, but for that DLC I wanted to spend as much time as I could there, so I think I've seen pretty much everything there is to see in that DLC, and that's a lot of gameplay, so I'm excited to have new stuff / old stuff to go back and play. As for Wolfenstein, I haven't tried it yet. I do already own it on PC, but I don't own the New Blood, which is, or the Old Blood, sorry, which is the standalone DLC pack which comes after it, so I might as well, and I don't own any other Wolfenstein games, so I might as well play them all on Game Pass, right? Like, I mean, what the heck. Predictably, I haven't played any more Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag that I was talking about last week. I do plan to. I've just been playing RuneScape and chilling out and not really doing anything. It's weird. I look at my schedule and it doesn't look that different, but it feels like all topsy-turvy. Like the days off I'm having are in random places, and yesterday I had 2 hours of sleep, and then I was awake for 19 hours, and I had to get up at like 3:50, so like 10 to 4 in the morning, and I slept for 12 hours after that. So yeah, my life's just a little bit all over the place, and if there's anything I should be feeling guilty about being disorganized over, it shouldn't be playing video games. It should probably be one of the myriad of things in my life that I could be organizing better. But hey, that's just me, isn't it? That's just what I talk about here. My Iron Man account on RuneScape is proceeding smoothly. I have got, so I've talked about their Yak Track before, their Battle Pass thing that they're doing. I am so fully invested in that. I've almost finished it, despite the fact that there's still like a month left on it. I've just been steamrolling through that because I want all of those cosmetics, because they all look pretty gosh dang heckin' cool. And it's nice to be able to earn cosmetics on an Iron Man, because obviously with no access to Treasure Hunter, like I feel like maybe give us access to a cosmetic only version of Treasure Hunter where you're not allowed to buy keys, you just get like daily cosmetic only keys or something. But I don't know how they would balance that with a whole microtransactional bullshit. But yeah, so you don't get many opportunities, is what I'm trying to say, to get cosmetic outfits or overrides as an Iron Man account, so that's kind of why I'm going so hard on this right now. And yeah, it's fun. Some of the tier 40 stuff gets a little bit insane, like I'm supposed to be killing 2,800 something enemies for my current tier before I can move on, so I'm just slaughtering goblins and leveling up magic by doing that, and that's probably what I'm going to be doing while I render this video, because I've also been playing it on mobile nowadays, so I don't want to do anything too vital on mobile because I want to be able to record shit for the fucking Adventures in Gillinor videos that I do, so I don't want to miss out anything on that. But if I'm just doing like a boring bare ass grind like wood cutting, then yeah, I'm gonna do some of that on mobile, why not? And then, you know, because I probably shouldn't be playing a game while I'm rendering a video because my PC's gonna hate me if I do that, then yeah, why not play it on mobile for a little bit too. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Add me on Google Play Gaming, because I don't know. I have no friends on that. I'm like, it's probably because nobody gives a shit about mobile gaming. Like, if you download a mobile game, it's just to keep you occupied for 5 minutes while you wait for the bus or something, isn't it? Like, it's not like a platform where you want to see other people's achievements and shit. But if you do, then hey, hit me up. I'm Kritigri. I think you can search. But that's it for this video. Next, we'll be back on PC gaming or something.